My 6 gold rings were dearly bought. My comrade's blood for the plate I own. Our front rank spear met the French knight's charge. Of 100 men I returned alone. Of 100 men I returned alone. We were Spanish troops and Sicilian ships, and the king of the Greeks had sent to hire our 1,000 spears to scour the Turks from his eastern realm with blood and fire. From his eastern realm with blood and fire. We drove the Turks to the iron gates, but the faith of a prince keeps not one day. We were bandits now, said the king of the Greeks, so he hanged our captain and stole our pay. Hanged our captain and stole our pay. The Crusader kings of the East we told of our own hard fight and the Greek king's shame. But a German laugh and a Frankish sneer said a rabble of spear was but fair game. Rabble of spear was but fair game. From the wine dark sea we marched on west till we came to the Duke of Athens' land. His herald said, wear chains or die. By Cephisos river we were forced to stand. By Cephisos river we were forced to stand. We made our camp on a grassy hill in the midst of a league of marshy ground, where a light-armed man might cross with care, where an armoured horse must soon sink down, where an armoured horse must soon sink down. Our 100 best at the marsh's edge, 600 hid in the reeds behind, when 1,000 horse of the Duke's own troop rode along the stream to surround our line, rode along the stream to surround our line. An arrow's flight from our waiting spears, the knights formed ranks with a joyous sound. Now the first wave comes at a walk, now a trot, 500 ride for the killing ground. 500 ride for the killing ground. At 100 yards we see their blades, but the horses' hooves are what you fear. 500 tons of steel and flesh, and you bar their path with an 8-foot spear. You bar their path with an 8-foot spear. At 50 yards their lances dip. We grip our pikes with gauntlet hand. As a steel-shod thunder drowns our cries, and the ground shakes so you can hardly stand. The ground shakes so you can hardly stand. They smashed our line and trampled all who stood to flight, who turned to flee, and plunged in o'er the marsh's edge in the red-soaked mud to the horse's knee. In the red-soaked mud to the horse's knee. The knights looked up and saw our troops still standing on the further shore. Form up, called the Duke, in a knee-deep mud. We'll smash these dogs with one charge more. We'll smash these dogs with one charge more. They sank in mud to the rider's thighs. Push on, the Duke of Athens said. So we hurled our darts and fired our bows. 500 trapped and the rest are fled. 500 trapped and the rest are fled. Free pass and ransom, the Duke he cried. But we know the worth of a French knight's word. So he cut his throat and stripped his arms and left his flesh for the dogs and birds. Left his flesh for the dogs and birds. I crawled out onto the shaky ground as the crow dipped low on stiffened wing, where a young squire moaned with his faceplate gone, cut his right hand off for its golden ring, cut his right hand off for its golden ring. Rich gifts they brought, these Frankish knights, who called us bastard Spanish curs. We had arms and mail and a duke's own helm, 2 bushels brim with silver spurs, 2 bushels brim with silver spurs. My comrades lie in the white Greek soil, but they do not rest in the earth alone. 500 knights and a Frankish duke share a pool of mud for a marking stone. Share a pool of mud for a marking stone. My 6 gold rings were dearly bought. My comrade's blood for the plate I own. Our front rank spear met the French knight's charge. Of 100 men I returned alone. Of 100 men I returned alone.